This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal. Today is Thursday, March 19th, 2025. The title of this rant is Trump letting Israel decide the fate of the world? Because this is how wars escalate out of control. So one of the things that understood by these warring nations, let's just say, is we don't mess with each other's people's refineries for refining capacity, because that only not messes up that country, but it can mess up much more greater things as we export that stuff all across the world. And what has recently happened is Israel attacked, I think it was called the South Pars Field. Israel attacked it. It was in Iran. So they attacked Iran, and they pretty much did a good job of destroying a lot of it. And it just so happens that South Pars Field provides 80% of the electrical generation for Iran and for heating homes. So this could easily be a humanitarian crisis. And remember, Trump said that he was going to help the people of Iran. He was just going to get rid of the bad people there. But this really affects it. Now, Israel basically said, oh, we told Trump. And Trump says, no, you didn't tell me at all. And some guy that wrote, his name was, whatever his name is, he wrote 4 books on Trump. He says, yeah, well, Trump doesn't know anything about anything. So when you go to talk to him and he doesn't know what's going on, he just says, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Just like after he was told by his generals and the political people that were talking to him about what was going to happen if he invaded Iran, that there were a lot of bad repercussions that come up. And Trump basically said, I just want to do it. I don't mean to laugh, but I mean, that's how infantile his mind is on making decisions about things. So Israel claimed that they told Trump. Trump says that he didn't, so didn't do it. And Trump has been bragging that he's destroyed 100% of all Iran capacity to effectively do any type of waging of war. Now, I'm no favorite of Iran at all, but Iran retaliated, and they didn't go to Israel. They went to Qatar, and they destroyed a large part, about 20% of the largest natural gas facility in the world. Is it the largest NAS? And they took off about 20% of the capacity of it, and it'll take 3 to 5 years to fix that. So this is something that affects the entire world, these little skirmishes that are going here. Now, like I said, I'm not in favor of Iran at all. But Iran basically said, hey, man, we got attacked. And Qatar supports the United States. They have a base there of the United States. There were 11,000 troops there. They're legitimate game. And guess what? Iran clearly indicated also that, hey, we know where all the oil sites are in Saudi Arabia. We know where they are in the United Arab Emirates. Now, again, I'm not advocating for any of this, but this is something that never should have happened, that Israel started, and Israel started this war, as we know that also. And this is how things get really, really out of control. So what can happen from here? Again, we are in a bad situation. The United States is in a bad situation because we've destroyed 100% of their capability, but it just seems as if that 0% that Iran has seems to be able to bite us in the ass every time we turn around, because they keep on sending stuff out there. And they have plenty of stuff to keep the Strait of Hormuz closed for a long time, or for a period of time. And it's up to the United States, because, these people, everybody's talking to everybody all the time. Everybody knows what's going on. And they know there's back channels to this all over the place. And the question is, will the United States step up to try and find a way to solve this? Because if anything else happens in the Middle East, it can expand. It can expand. Now, right now, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, they're not happy with the United States. They're happy with them taking care of Iran, but not taking care of it to the extent that the Straits of Hormuz were closed, and that we decided to wipe them out completely, so that what little they have left, they can attack the other countries that are very close to it. And this is what happens also when the President of the United States gets his cue from another madman, meaning Netanyahu of Israel, who was also a war criminal, and takes his cue from him and listens to him and says that everything's okay. And that's how this thing can fall out. Now, how soon are we going to see the effects of this? It's not necessarily, we don't know exactly when we're going to see the effects of this, but we keep seeing the gas prices going up. And guess what? When you take a couple things offline and there's less out there, remember, it's not only the gas, it's the liquefied natural gas. It's natural gas. It's the potash and fertilizer that they send through those areas there. This affects the entire world right now. Even today in the papers, just the local papers, they're talking about, hey, there might not be enough fertilizer for the farmers in the United States to do stuff this year. So this is what happens when something small gets exacerbated. This is what happens when some small country like Israel thinks they can run things, because they're running around Trump all over the place. This is what happens, and things can get out of control. And again, this is what I'm saying to my brothers and sisters on the conservative side. This is not good for you. This is not good for me. This is not good for all of us. We won't like $4 gas prices. There's only one person to blame for that, and that is Trump. We must be united in finding a way to get rid of him. Because everything he is doing is taking us down. He is crushing the average working American right now, and we need to band together and get rid of this guy.